Good morning, everybody. It is February 13th, 2023. It is 12:25 in the morning. Okay. This is a dream that I just had last night. I had a dream that I traveled to another country. I've been having a lot of those dreams lately that I'm traveling. I had a dream that I traveled to another country and I was staying with these people, and they're like, in the dream, it was like, there was one part of the dream, it was like dark and I went to get coffee, and there was like this coffee pot, and I remember in part of the dream there was like maggots. There was like maggots everywhere. It was like all over all this stuff, and there was like maggots on like the coffee cups and stuff like that. And then there and then I remember I was talking to somebody, I think it might have been my mom, Linda, and I was talking to her, and I said in the dream that my flight hadn't got here yet, and it was almost 4 o'clock. And I remember that I was told to pay attention to numbers in my dreams, so I said it was almost 4 o'clock, so it was somewhere in between 3 and 4 o'clock. Okay. And then my mom, it was my mom, but it wasn't my mom. Like, it didn't look like my mom. She had like long hair, and it was pulled up in a bun, and she was sitting at a table, and I was standing up, and she was talking to me, and I told her that I was pregnant, and she was like, "Yes, you're pregnant." I have no idea how I got pregnant, but I was pregnant in the dream. Okay. So, okay. Okay, so we'll just start with numbers. Okay, so 3 is conform, obey, copy, imitate, likeness, tradition. And God said, "Let the dry land appear," and it was so. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth." And it was so. And the evening and the morning were the third day. Genesis 1, 9, 11, 13. Next verse. For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his Son. Romans 8:29a. 4 is reign, REIGN, rule over the world, kingdom, creation, including things in heaven and earth, world. And God made 2 great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also, to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. Genesis 1, 16, 18, and 19. And then mother, source, church, spiritual or natural mother, love, kindness. And Adam called his wife's name Eve, Hebrew life giver, because she was the mother, source of all living. Genesis 3:20. And of Zion, the church, it shall be said, this and that man was born again in her, and the highest himself shall establish her. The Lord shall count when he writeth up the people that this man was born again there. Psalm 87, 5 and 6. Coffee, bitter or stimulant. Desire for revenge, bitter envying, bitter memories, wake-up call, become sober. But if ye have bitter envying and strife in your hearts, glory not and lie not against the truth. James 3:14. Wherefore he saith, awake, thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Christ shall give thee light. Ephesians 5:14. Young men likewise exhort to be sober-minded. Titus 2, verse 6. Table, communion, agreement, covenant, conference, provision. But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils and not to God. And I would not that ye should have fellowship, communion with devils. Ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of the devils. Ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the table of devils. 1 Corinthians 10, 20 through 21. Oh, I forgot. Oh, that reminds me. I had money. I was holding money, and there were tens and ones that I was holding. Yeah, that just reminded me. Okay. Okay, money. Power. Provision, wealth, natural talents, and skills. Spiritual riches, i.e. faith, wisdom, spiritual gifts, etc. Power, authority, the strength of man, as opposed to trusting in God, covetousness. But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth. Deuteronomy 8:18. Are we not counted of him strangers? For he that sold us and hath quite devoured also our money, wealth, health, etc. Genesis 31:15. Wherefore then gavest not thou my money, talents, spiritual gifts, etc., into the bank, submitted to those God has placed in authority, that at my coming I might have required mine own with usury. Luke 19:23. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. 1 Timothy 6:10. The inhabitants of Samaria shall fear because of the calves of Bethaven, Hebrews, house of vanity, i.e., as opposed to Bethel, the house of God. For the people thereof shall mourn over it because of the economic depression brought on the land because of the sin of covetousness, and the priests thereof that rejoiced on it for the glory thereof, because it is departed from it. See Jeremiah 7:8-11, Hosea 10:5. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a man's defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. Ecclesiastes 7:12. If therefore ye have not been faithful in the unrighteous mammon, who will commit to your trust the true riches? Luke 16:11. Okay. Pregnancy. In process. Sin or righteousness in process. Desire, anticipation, expectancy. Shall I bring it to the birth and not cause to bring forth, saith the Lord? Shall I cause to bring forth and shut the womb, saith thy God? Isaiah 66:9. Then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. Compare Psalm 7:14. Behold, he travaileth with iniquity, and hath conceived mischief, and brought forth falsehood. James 1:15. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be earthquakes in divers places, and there shall be famines and troubles. These are the beginnings of sorrows. Throes of childbirth. Mark 13:8. Okay. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching.